Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Super Metroid Fusion. This episode... Samus, we're done here. Leave the rest of the Federation. We should be preparing to evacuate the station. Are you joking? Do they know how dangerous the X are? How quickly they can reproduce? The Federation has taken interest in the X and the SAX. I believe this life form has the endless potential to applications. Ridiculous. The X are heartless abominations. What potential could they have? It's not necessary that you understand such matters. Federation is coming now. You should just leave quietly. This is madness. You won't stand a chance here. The station will devour them. Could be worth the risk. Capturing the SAX, of course. Are you serious? Do they really think they can succeed? It will certainly be difficult. They don't expect your help. They knew you would try to destroy the SAX. That's why they stopped sending you support data. Plasma beam modification was ready some time ago, but they withheld it to keep you from engaging the SAX. You had somehow restored that function on your own. They also tried to withhold the diffusion missile upgrade because they didn't want you to grow too powerful. But they had already sent it, and you already tracked it down. Bravo, Samus. I must cancel this mission. Open a channel to HQ. Won't let this happen. They're already on their way. Fools. As soon as the Federation ships land, the X will overwhelm them and absorb the knowledge and power of their occupants. The X are just waiting for the hunt to begin, and then they'll spread across the universe. Galactic civilization will end. The X hunger for form, knowledge, and power. They mimic these perfectly, but they cannot copy the soul. They're single-minded, instinctively seeking to increase in number. They're a plague, and the Federation underestimates their threat. The X must not leave here. I must destroy them all before the Federation arrives. The station has a self-destruct mechanism. I must use it to destroy the X here and on the planet. I must send them to the oblivion. Them, the station, and myself if I have to. Open the hatch! I've been ordered to confine you until the ships arrive. Let them do this. Can't you see what will happen, Adam? Adam? Who is Adam? Friend of mine. And what would this friend advise you to do now? You would know that the only way to end this is to start the self-destruct cycle. You know how important it is. Did this Adam care for you? Would he sit in a safe command room and order you to die? He would understand that some must live and some must die. He knew what it meant. He made that sacrifice once. So he chose a life for you? Our fair warrior Samus Aran. Your Adam gave his life so that you might keep yours. For the sake of the universe. How foolish. How dare you! How could you hope to understand, machine? You know that detonating the station in high orbit would not guarantee the complete extinction of the X parasites, even though the station would be utterly destroyed. You would only succeed in removing the one obstacle to the galaxy's ruin, yourself. You would ignore the simple fact and choose death. When Adam decided who would live, he chose incorrectly. If you were to alter the station's orbit, then you might be able to include the planet in the vaporization field of the self-destruct detonation. You would have to start the propulsion sequence now, before the Federation arrived. Samus, this is your last mission. Go to the operations room and adjust the station's orbit path to intercept SR-388. Then return to your ship and escape. Move quickly and stay alive. That's an order. Any objections, lady? We have a target goal, but we cannot go there. I hope. Alright, starting off, we're gonna want to go to Sector 2. Okay, good. We're not locked out. So this is a good point if you want to get everything. I'll be getting most of everything that I remember, but I don't quite remember everything. Oh no. Great. I may have just goofed. Crap. Well, maybe don't go to the navigation room. Well, let's see how are we gonna get out of this mess. Let's see. Game, why do you do this? This is a really sucky thing that I really wish they did not do. Like, you've literally done everything at this point. Why lock anyone out of getting everything? Especially since there is an option to get this stuff, but we have to go back up to the main elevator to do it. And that's the old path that we need to get to one of the sectors through. Down by our ship. It just baffles me how this could happen in design. For a game like Metroid, this is not a very good idea. Not a good idea at all. When you do that, you limit so much. Thankfully, I do know that the route to our ship will get us into the other sectors. And we have to find the rooms that go to the other sectors, which I will be doing, because you gotta know where the sectors are at this point in the game, otherwise... Never mind. And now it is at this point that I remember exactly my disdain for this part of the game. Well, at the end of the episode, I'm going to show off what each, because I don't think there's actually a way to get through to another sector from here. And we're blocked off from going to any of the other sectors. The stupid thing about this, though, is you just got Screw Attack, and there's so many items in the game that require it. But it's also locked behind this stupid walling mechanism. Well... if I absolutely cannot do anything... and I just soft-locked myself out of getting anything... I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just simply record like, I'm gonna have maps up on screen, probably at the end, of what the finished, completed map looks like. Because this is kind of ridiculous and stupid, The game doesn't even tell you that you're gonna get locked out before you go to a navigation room in the first place. Yeah, we're really stuck. And now I go on to a little bit of a thing. So, in-game design. If you have created previous games for 3 games in a row that show that you can get stuff at every point in the game and you're never locked out until, like, before the final boss, but you wouldn't really want to go there anyway because, you know, reasons. And then you come out with this game shortly thereafter, and story lock people out of things for no reason. Like, I can't understand any reason to make people not want to go back. Or be able to go back. Like, I really can't see a reason. There's not a single bit of coding that would cause glitches if someone was to go back, because everything was already pre-programmed. You could just program it as, you know, the same as it was before to get everything. Like, there's no reason at all to lock the player out of getting things. Especially in a game that values people going back and getting stuff. It's just stupid. Like, there's no other way to say it, it's just stupid. It's the same concept of making games that have coherent plot and, you know, plot devices and whatever. They're big games, but they tend to, you know, have an ending. And then turning it suddenly into an open world game, like, down the line, it doesn't make sense. And its only purpose is to confuse the player. Boy. Pretty sure as well that I'm gonna die. Which sucks. Horrendously. Man, this game device is so bad. But just know that if you have a save beforehand, before ever going, and see, they lock us again. It's that this just bothers me so bad. I don't see a reason at all to lock people out of anything. Our good old friend, SAX. We're gonna want to use charged power beams. Just keep doing that. Oh, I can freeze you. Makes a lot more sense. And again, this is another thing of... Say you just wanted to get the story stuff done, and you didn't know that the game would lock you out. And say you got to this point, and say you had less energy tanks than I have. And you went to do this part, and all the enemies do like 2 tanks or 3 tanks of damage every time they hit you. You probably wouldn't be able to beat this part of the game, and therefore you would be locked out of the experience completely. This is where I think this game has a really hefty snag that it takes a lot to try to get over that piece of information. Alright. Basically, I want to be quicker on the draw, it seems. That's one thing, while I love the difficulty increase in this game in particular, I do think that some things are a little, not necessarily too difficult, but kind of weirdly done to the point where you don't really know what you're, or how you're supposed to take care of a boss. That's one thing I liked more about, Super Metroid, where the bosses were very straightforward most of the time. Like, the only one I could think of that required, like, an actual strategy was Crocomire. Try to use more of the playing field here. Come on, give me back my body. Man, I feel like Goku. Freaking Captain Ginyu. Outdone by a wee parasite. Alright, let's give this another try. Also, figuring to talk about this now, I like and dislike the X. I think they're a good rival for the Metroid trope to fight against, but at the end of the day, their concept is still, they're just a parasite. Which is cool, I suppose. And creepy. One thing I never got was the Metroid thing. Like, Metroids are always like, they could end the galaxy if they wanted to. But you never actually see any proof of that other than, like, Super Metroid. I'm not sure if they were a big enemy in 1 and 2, but, in Super Metroid, they're more of, like, an ally, if anything, and, you know... Oh, hey, you transform! There come to the point where it's just like... I'm tired of surprise bosses. I know this is the final boss, but... No, you come here. Nope. And with that, my hopes of becoming Samus again have vanished. Well, anyway, in the next episode, we'll hopefully blow up this planet. See you guys then.